This Memorial Day weekend begins a very deadly time of the year in the state of South Carolina and nationally as we look toward what is referred to as the 100 deadly days of summer. With families traveling to vacation spots over the summer months and increased traffic on our highways, there's a greater risk for traffic crashes, injuries, and fatalities. Traditionally, there's been a spike in negative traffic statistics during the 100 days. In an effort to reduce the likelihood that you or someone you love might encounter a traffic tragedy this summer, the South Carolina Department of Public Safety and local law enforcement agencies statewide are here announcing increased enforcement efforts during the summer months. In short, the response to the 100 deadly days of summer would be 100 days of summer heat.
At the South Carolina Department of Public Safety, traffic safety is our #1 goal. During the next 100 days, we are going to do everything we can to make that our residents and visitors are safe on South Carolina roadways. The South Carolina Highway Patrol and the State Transport Police will join local law enforcement as we address some of the most frequent and deadly violations we see every year between Memorial Day and Labor Day. These violations include drunk driving, speeding, no safety belts or child restraints, motorcycle riders without the proper license, and violations of under 21 motorcycle helmet laws. We're calling our enforcement effort 100 Days of Summer Heat, or Highway Enforcement of Aggressive Traffic. I cannot emphasize enough that a safety belt is your single best defense against a drunk or aggressive driver. Another area of focus for us this summer includes motorcyclists. Research shows that each year in our state, more than 70% of those who die in crashes are not wearing helmets. Those under 21 must wear a helmet by law. However, we strongly encourage all riders, regardless of age, to wear their helmet and proper safety gear. We have many motorcyclists in our state who ride for an extended period of time on a motorcycle permit rather than getting the full motorcycle endorsement on their driver's license. Our state law has very specific requirements about when a motorcycle can be ridden if the operator only has a permit. The South Carolina Highway Patrol will be strictly enforcing motorcycle permit restrictions. South Carolina is currently tied for the first in the nation in the percentage of total highway fatalities caused by alcohol-impaired drivers. Impaired drivers cross all demographic lines, and the chaos and heartache caused by drunk drivers can strike anywhere at any time. Recent fatalities in our state caused by drunk drivers range not only during the weekends, but throughout the weekdays. There is no excuse for this criminal behavior. Those breaking the law need to know that South Carolina law enforcement officers are applying the heat to deadly driving violations so that the highways of South Carolina won't be dieways this summer.
I can tell you through this program, we will be concentrating on speeders, DUIs, and motorcycles. Again, this will not be a once program. This will be a continuous effort where you will see us double ourselves in numbers as law enforcement. So I give you my commitment from the City of Columbia Police Department that we will follow that track to make South Carolina traffic highways a safer place.
Today our message to South Carolina motorists is simply this: buckle up, drive sober, avoid excessive speed, and wear a helmet or safety belt as you travel during the summer. It no doubt will save your life. Law enforcement agencies are sending a clear, zero-tolerance message today, and that is that if you violate traffic laws, you will be cited. Thanks so much on behalf of Terry Chavone and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration to the law enforcement officers in South Carolina. They are making a difference, and they are saving the lives of the citizens on our roadways every day.
I'm going to talk to you directly about the choices we're making or we're seeing on the highways. You've heard the choices of nearly 60% of all people who die in crashes in South Carolina aren't wearing seatbelts. You're hearing different things about the seatbelt law, but yet today, right now, we'll have people choose not to wear a seatbelt and drive down the road. Behind me, we have a pickup truck with a white male driver in it in the age of 18 to 34 range. That's who we see dying on our highways far more than any. That's what's happening. We'll have people choose not to wear a seatbelt, choose not to follow the law. But what they can't choose not to do is follow the law of physics. The law of physics say once you have a crash, your body keeps going at its speed till it strikes something harder than it is. Just because the car stops does not mean your body stops. And when your body stops, it does not mean your inside stops. They keep going at their weight times their speed till they crash into the front of the body cavity. That's what we're seeing happening on our highways. Now, we have people who choose to wear a seatbelt. Like this young man behind me here, he's wearing a seatbelt. If he is involved in the crash today with that seatbelt on, it will do several things for him. One, it will let him ride down the collision. Instead of going from the speed to nothing, it will slow him down before the abrupt stop. It will protect his head, protect his spinal cord, keep him from becoming a projectile. And what people don't understand, because they never had it happen to them, once you're in a crash and you are ejected, you at that point weigh your weight times your speed. Simple math. Weigh 100 pounds, 50 miles an hour, the impact on your body is 5,000 pounds of force when you strike something harder than you are. Our bodies aren't made to withstand that. But we can't tell people that and make them change their mind. Unfortunately, the first crash a person has might be their only crash. It could be that deadly crash. So you have to choose. And I feel strongly about this next thing I'm about to say. The reason we're seeing people not wearing seatbelts, not wearing helmets, is that they don't think today's their day. Today's not the day that I choose not to wear my seatbelt, that someone's gonna pull in front of me and I have a crash. I'm going to be projected through my front windshield at my weight times my speed. Today's not my day. But last year, over 800 people's day was that day. Over 30,000 nationwide was their day. So we have to realize it could be our day. If you do that every time you get in your vehicle, we will see far fewer fatalities.
In 2011, there was 103 fatal motorcycle collisions resulting in 105 deaths. The leading contributing factor for these motorcycle collisions was DUI related. 37 of the 103 fatal collisions were alcohol related. Of the 105 deaths on motorcycles, 78 were not wearing a helmet. I'd also like to speak on that a bit. South Carolina state law requires anyone under the age of 21 to wear a helmet, goggles, or a face shield. That does not mean that we recommend people over 21 not wear a helmet. A helmet is for your protection, and we highly recommend everyone who chooses to ride a motorcycle wear those protective helmets. Once again, wearing the proper attire. A good protective boot, leather protective jacket, and a helmet, also gloves. Can't stress that enough. Those things are very important. A lot of people choose not to wear these items in the heat of the summer, but I can promise you, you're going to be cooler wearing those than sliding down the asphalt. We're seeing a lot of issues where people are not properly licensed to ride motorcycles in the state of South Carolina. A lot of people will get a beginner's permit and let that permit expire. They choose not to go back and get their full endorsement Class M motorcycle license. Motorcycle Safety Foundation has courses available basically to anyone who chooses to take them. These courses are very beneficial. It teaches you not only the nomenclature of a motorcycle, but riding techniques, braking techniques, evasive action techniques. All of this is included in these classes, and we can't stress enough rider education. Listen to me closely. Highway fatalities in this state are very real. So be attentive, be safe, and be smart.